Well, hey everybody, welcome to episode 6 of Hearing Him First, and I hope you're having a great day, and if you're not having a great day, I hope that this can be sort of a reset for you to retune your thoughts and your spirit to hear Him first, to hear God's voice above all others, and to be encouraged and strengthened by His great love for you. So today we're going to be looking at 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, and I'm going to look at 3 different verses today because they all kind of fit together even though they're spread out throughout that final chapter. So if you have a Bible and you want to turn there, great. If you're watching this live, I'll give you just a second. If you are watching this a little later in the day and you want to hit pause and maybe read the whole chapter, that would be great. But I'm just excited to share this with you, and excited for the warm weather that we've been enjoying and the sunshine and all the people out and about here in our community in Sioux Falls. We've got a challenge from the mayor to do 100 miles in 100 days, and it's been great to see so many people out getting exercise, enjoying the blue skies and the sunshine. So today we're looking at 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, and we're going to look at verse 5, 13, and 16. And they all kind of fit together. So let me read those to you, and then we'll talk about them a little bit. Paul says, "May the Lord direct your hearts into God's love and Christ's perseverance. And as for you, brothers and sisters, never tire of doing what is good. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with you all." And I've noticed throughout this most recent reading of 1st and 2nd Thessalonians that there are a lot of prayers and a lot of blessings that Paul includes, maybe more than most of his letters. And one of the reasons for that is that he didn't have a lot of, really challenging issues to write about like he did in 1st and 2nd Corinthians maybe, or Galatians. So there's a different tone to the letters in general. But this final chapter contains several of these prayers. Verse 5 and verse 16 stood out to me today because they focus on God's love, on Christ's perseverance, and on the Lord's peace for the believers. So Paul is praying these things for the church at Thessalonica, and he's writing to them about that, but we can be encouraged as well. We can pray these things for ourselves and for each other, and use them to encourage people. And I like that Paul, right in the middle of this chapter, in between these 2 prayers, he tells them what he's praying for them about, but he also encourages them and asks that they would not tire of doing what is good. It's a challenge for me at times. Sometimes it feels like I do get tired of doing what is good, and especially if I get my eyes off of Jesus and I put them on myself, or on the expected return that I was hoping for, whether that's some kind of appreciation or some reward or something like that. So I love that Paul tells them that, but I also love that he tells them what he is praying for, not just that he is praying for them. As a pastor, I do this sometimes, and it always seems to mean more to people when you tell them what you're praying for them, instead of just telling them that you're praying for them. And I intend to do that a little bit more often, actually, after this, because as I thought about it, I always love it when somebody doesn't just text back or write back or send an email, "Oh yeah, I'm praying for you." They tell me what they're praying, or they write out a prayer. And that's essentially what Paul is doing here in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. He's telling them what he's praying for. And so I want to encourage you with that. I'm going to challenge you or call you to action to send somebody an actual prayer today. Maybe it's someone that you know. I've already done this a couple times today, and it was well received. So I would just encourage you to send somebody a text, say, "Hey, I'm praying for you." You can even borrow Paul's prayer here that I'll pray over us at the end, that we can say, "I'm praying for you and for God's love and perseverance and peace to settle over you and direct your heart in doing good. And I'm praying that you won't get tired of doing good." And so that's a great model that Paul gives us here in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. And that's my prayer for you today, that God's love and his perseverance and his peace would be noticeable in your life, both for you and for the people that you interact with, and that it would direct your heart in doing good and not getting tired of doing good, because there's a lot of good that needs to be done, and there's a lot of people that need some encouragement and need to know that someone is praying for them and how they're praying for them. And it's not unlikely that they told Paul these were things that they needed. They asked a lot of questions about the end time, so maybe he prayed for peace because they had some concerns about the end times that he addresses in this letter as well. Or maybe they were getting tired, or they were growing weary in doing good, and so he prays and encourages them not to. Whatever the case may be, that's my prayer for you today. Hope you enjoy this. If you do and you want to share it with somebody, you can share this post. You can encourage people to subscribe on YouTube. Go to Hearing Him First. Just search for that in YouTube. It'll come up. And you can click subscribe, and then you'll get these every day. You can share the YouTube videos as well. All of them are there in one place. So God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you again real soon.